Hey, chat. This is the thing a lot of people have been waiting for. I don't know that I particularly have a lot of skin in the game of Magic organized play because I'm mostly a play Magic for fun type person, but I know a lot of people are going to ask me for my opinion on whatever this says, so let's take a peek at it here together, and I'll make a YouTube highlight so when people ask, we can reference. The Pro Tour is back. The past 2 years were not kind to Magic Tabletop Play or the world. We pivoted to digital play as quickly as we could. Like you, we eagerly awaited the time when tabletop play could return, and that time is nearly here. It's time to return to the Pro Tour. To be fair, I think fully blaming the removal of the Pro Tour on COVID and what was going on in the world is not really true, right? Like, they kind of killed the Pro Tour with the MPL type stuff, but it's neither here nor there. Your path to the Pro Tour has never been simpler. Perform well in an event, qualify for the next level, prove yourself the best in your region, and you could be named regional champion, succeed at every level, and you might find yourself at the World Championship. The path, starting with the 22-23 season, looks like this. Premier Play Tabletop. Okay, so the fact this is labeled tabletop, I would believe implies that we're going to have a separate Premier Play arena. Regional Championship qualifiers. Regional Championships. Qualify for the Pro Tour World Championships. Battle against the best from every region at the Pro Tour. Become world champion. All right, so do we have details on what these are exactly? Everyone with any level of experience can try their hand at this qualification path. Local qualifiers are open to everyone. And you advance to the next level by doing what you're due. Win matches of Magic. If you can game, your breakout season could be just a few tournaments away. This is good. This type of, hey, you could be here, you could do this, is what they need to be doing. Additionally, players will be able to qualify through digital play on Magic Arena and Magic the Gathering Online. Those specifics will be released later as part of a separate digital announcement. Okay, so they haven't... So this is like half an announcement then. I guess it's a full announcement if you only care about paper, but the fact that we don't know all of the paths at the beginning is a little annoying. This article will offer an overview of organized play system at each level. For those who want more specific details, the number of qualifications, how we plan to seed invites to the 2022 season. The separate article here. All right. Your chance to claim your regional championship permit to the Pro Tour could be around the corner. Regional Championship qualifiers. Regional Championship qualifiers are largely held at WPN store level and are organized by regional organizers. These teams set qualification guidelines, work to schedule qualifiers. To start your journey, visit one of these organizers' websites. Oh, that's interesting. So does this mean there's one person, there's like one org for each of these countries / regions that it gets to do all of them? So like DreamHack is doing all right, sounds about right. DreamHack, WPN qualifiers. Someone didn't pay for their security cert. Yep. It's a Magic Showdown. DreamHack Magic Regional Championship is invitation only. Well, okay, so is this the... Okay, so this is... It's like decent money. There's a lot of Pro Tour invites here. So what is this? The turn of the Pro Tour Okay, so this is what we're looking at here. Regional championships are from DreamHack. Yeah, DreamHack does like, yeah, these seem like they seem like invite only GPs. So you'll play regional championship qualifiers at your local store, and then you qualify for the regional championships. Yeah, DreamHack did a bunch of the in-person arena stuff too. Yeah. Players will be able to qualify for Pro Tours in the following ways: be one of the top finishers at the previous regional championships with invites passing down in case players earn multiple qualifications, win 10 or more, finish 10 or more wins at the previous Pro Tour, Magic Online Championships showcases, members of the Magic the Gathering Hall of Fame are invited to regional championships and Pro Tours per season, or one regional championship and Pro Tour per season. These events must be in the same round. They cannot be in the same round in which they played a regional championship qualifier. Okay, so they're not giving Hall of Famers just blanket invites, but they get one per season, so they can use that to try and spike to then get rolling. Players with 39 or more adjusted match points from the previous 3 Pro Tours. Okay, so 38. That's actually not that many at all, right? Players who finish with 39 or more match points from the previous 3 Pro Tours. So if you qualify for like 2 of them, you're probably going to qualify for the next one. Yeah, you need 13 match points per event. Adjusted match points will reward players with high finishes over the previous 3 Pro Tours, even across the season. Adjusted match points, the number of match points earned at a Pro Tour after the player's first 9. Are the number of match points earned in Pro Tours after the player's first 9 match points. Okay, so your first. Okay, so it's not 13 per event. It's they take 9 off of however many match points you have. They're calling it adjusted match points. They're basically docking 9 from each, which I guess that's not too unreasonable, right? Because you're just like, it's like subtracting 3 wins. So if you need 39 match points total under this system, that's what, 13 wins, but they take 3 out per event, so you approximately need 22 wins across. No, you don't get points for loss. You get 1 point for a draw and 3 for 0. Okay. Oh, there's an example. A player went 10-6 at a Pro Tour. Qualifying the next would earn 21 adjusted match points. If they went 9-7 at the next Pro Tour, earning 18, they would have 39 points to qualify them for the next 2. Oh, neat. Okay, so this does like this actually seems like a pretty good system, right? In terms of letting players chain things together in terms of rewarding consistency, because like honestly, like a 10-6 into a 9-7, like those are pretty reasonable. Those are pretty reasonable metrics to expect. It's like what? So it's 19 out of 32 is only a 59% win rate. John, thanks for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. Additionally, to seed the 22-23 season only, we'll be awarding the following bonus invitations as we move to bridge the seasons to the new system. 32 players for the 22 World Championships. All players who finish 9-6 or better at the new Capenna Championship. Okay. Bonus invitations from regional championships. Additional invites vary by region. Each region will have approximately 50% more. Sure, this makes sense. Get a bunch of people invited to the first one before you get the system rolling. Hey, what's going on, Hypercritical Hedgehog? Thanks for the 24 months. Welcome back. So we're gonna give out slightly extra here to kind of get the ball rolling. Yeah, this is a lot for a transition period, which is probably a good thing. We're extending these invites to help populate the system with qualifiers and ensure players are invited to the first set of Pro Tours. These bonus invites seek to aid the startup of our new system by better populating the Pro Tour and trying to achieve our target number of roughly 300 competitors per Pro Tour. I will say, I like that they're announcing this now, and these are things you can work towards to qualify for without just like giving things to like people as a surprise, right? Like these are communicated pretty well in advance. We already have some like qualifiers going for the new competitive championship. This is far enough out that it's fine. Hey, Alec, I'm glad you got that sorted. Thanks for 11 months. Appreciate the prime. In 2023, the Magic World Championship will feature a larger field than recent years, with somewhere around 128 players expected to qualify and a prize pool of $1 million. The exact breakdown by place will be published closer to the event. The World Championship will feature the top 4 from previous Worlds, players who went 12-4 or better, or finished top 8 in any of the season's 3 Pro Tours, the top 2 from each of the MTGO Showcase events, players to be determined from Magic Arena, okay? The runner-up from regional championship events in United States, Europe, and Japan. The regional champions. The top 32 ranked players not already invited to Pro Tour 3. And adjusted match points to all players tied with 32 place in that standing. Expanding Worlds a good deal is interesting. Worlds has always been a smaller, more exclusive event for Magic, so the fact that they're it'll still be smaller than their Pro Tours. Looks like about a third to 50% is their goal. But it's also not going to be an exact number too, right? It says around 128 players. It's for the 48 months thump. I appreciate it. I wish the Magic Pro Tour was more of a pro thing with payouts. What does that mean? What does that mean? All right, so we're getting some regional championship promo cards. Cute. Oh no, this guy, chat. Why is it always him? They paid out more to those who worked hard to get there. Stop it! Stop it! We just did that, chat. Chat! We just did pay the pros. The result was the MPL and Rivals. It's not great. You can't have your cake and eat it too, chat. Like, I feel like people are like, the idea that like if you make the Pro Tour, so I think the disconnect here is, Caldy, making the Pro Tour doesn't make you a professional Magic player. And the idea that like anybody making it to the Pro Tour should be making a living off of playing Magic is very silly. I think that that's a disconnect that happened for a long time there. If anything, I think this system that they have, honestly, this system seems very reasonable. In terms of, it feels like this adjusted match points where it lets you kind of chain the invites together with okay performances. Like not even good performances. You don't even have to like spike into top 8s, right? Like going 10-6 and 9-7 at 2 out of 3 events is like not bad at all. You could even, the fact that it's 39 of these adjusted match point things in the last 2 of the last 3 events even means you can afford to drop an event every once in a while. And do we have price structures for this? Regional championship prize structure. Oh, that's solidly top heavy. It's the old 30,000 second 50 or first 15,000 second. The old double up. I mean, that's very esports-esque. I mean, that's what people always wanted, right? They have always been top heavy, but I think like that's like going back to, I think if you wanted to support more consistency, like you'd flatten the prize pools a little bit, but I think rewarding consistency less is more popular, chat. That's the thing. Having things stacked top heavy is what they're preferred. So for people that weren't following along, these regional championships are giving out 16 extra invites for the first year so they can build up how many people are qualified for these Pro Tour events. So you build up how many people are qualified for these Pro Tour events to start. And then past the first year, these will give these. Okay. So the TLDR, for those of you that are only half paying attention here, we no longer have PPTQs and RPTQs. We have regional events that you will play at your local game store that will qualify you to this regional championship that's much better. For reference, this is much better than an RPTQ, chat. This regional championship has a $130,000 prize pool, and it's not just the top 2 or top 4 or top 8 playing for a Pro Tour invite. The top 32 long-term and top 48 to start all get Pro Tour invites. So you'll have local game stores running tournaments, it looks like, that get you into the regional championship that are like per country. So the regions for this are US, Canada, Europe, Middle East, Africa, Australia, New Zealand, China, Japan, Korea, Southeast Asia, China, Brazil, Mexico, Central America, Caribbean, and South America. It is also noteworthy too, yeah, like there's direct Worlds invites from these regional championships as well, which seems super relevant. Chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. I had low / no expectations for this announcement, and I feel like this seems okay. I mean, at a glance from an outside looking in, it seems fine. I'm sure somebody else is gonna chew up and spit out other things. Ooh, okay, I should click this button. There's gonna be last chance qualifiers for regionals too. That's interesting. That's good. Those will be popular. They'll make a giant pile of money on last chance qualifiers, chat. They said there was something about arena at the bottom. Digital path. But wait, there's more. As we've leaned into digital Premier Play these last 2 years, there's more coming. The new digital paths through Magic Arena and Magic Online will both feed into the tabletop path and offer its own journey culminating in the World Championships. The digital path plugs directly into the tabletop path, where there's still a few virtual I's to dot and T's to cross. We'll unveil the full detailed digital path towards the end of April. That's so long, chat. That's like another month. Events on both platforms will feed tabletop events at nearly every level, including the World Championships. You could qualify for Worlds directly from Arena, that is what this is saying. The Arena qualifier weekends will continue with some twists. The online showcase events will continue and will feed into the World Championship directly. Arena will include new ways to qualify for qualifier weekends besides ladder play. This is good. Constructed events are probably going to feed into these. The updated MTG Arena qualification path will start with April ladder play and May qualification events. There'll be some differences between how the first one's plugged. The digital path. Yeah, so for people like you, Dimstar, and people like me, if you're not willing to travel to a regional that you qualified for, like, chat, all right, I'm going to break some people's hopes and dreams for anybody that's still here listening to me ramble. Magic the Gathering competitive organized play is not accessible and has basically never been accessible, and this is not really going to change that a good deal. Playing competitive paper tabletop Magic is a luxury hobby that is incredibly expensive to get into. And there's probably lots of you out there that will qualify for a regional tournament, and what was this first one? In Atlanta, I think it said. And you're probably not going to be able to afford to fly to the tournament and take time off work and all this other stuff and have decks and stuff. Like, there is a reason, chat, why so many of the old school Magic pros from the Magic organized play were people that had money from poker or were lawyers or hedge fund managers or all these other things that have small piles of money, chat, right? Like, that's the reality. And I know that hurts to hear, and people want to think that this is like this big brain intellectual thing and being good at the game is the only thing that matters, but Magic's always been incredibly gated. And Magic Arena is still and will continue to be the most accessible way to play Magic the Gathering. And we're going to get more information on that. We're going to get ways to qualify even directly to Worlds through Arena. But if you're looking at this and thinking, oh, I can't go to Atlanta or I can't go to wherever my region's regional championship is, I can't afford to do that, that's still going to be a reality for a lot of people. I knew many people under the old pro system who they'd have a free plane ticket to go to Hawaii, or they'd have a free plane ticket to go to Paris, but they couldn't go because they couldn't take 5 days off of work and then pay for a hotel and then pay for meals on that trip too, right? Like, just a plane ticket doesn't get people everything that they need. There's still an incredible amount of privilege that you have to be able to engage with this system. And it's fine, right? Like, that's just the reality. I'm not knocking it. I think overall what they've announced here seems reasonable, but people saying, hey, this isn't going to be accessible to me, you're right, it's not, and it's not intended to be. You're supposed to spend money to do this. Part of the reason why Magic is this collectible card game that's expensive is because they want people who have money to be able to be the ones playing it. The first regional championships will be Pioneer and plans to incorporate Modern and Standard later, plus Historic and Alchemy on Magic Arena. Sure, the tournaments will be Magic the Gathering formats. Great. Hopefully they give us something Pioneer adjacent on Arena to play. And for what it's worth, chat, I hope people are excited about these kind of things. I personally will probably choose to engage with this system the exact same amount I engaged with the previous Magic Pro system, which is 0, because like we just talked about, it takes an incredible amount of both time and money to be able to do these things, and like me taking 5 days off of streaming to go do something like this and then have to spend time playing Magic formats that aren't on Magic Arena. Like, I just have no desire to open Magic the Gathering online. And I'm not going to test enough in paper, plus, find a $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 Magic deck to play in paper. So I hope people are excited about this. I hope that this is something that people are interested in doing. It seems like they hit a lot of the things that they want to do. So I'll be interested. For me personally, I'll be interested to see what the Arena qualifier path looks like. The implication that the Arena qualifier path will care about something other than the ladder, I think, is a great thing and something I'm looking forward to. I think ladder systems for competitive play in digital games tend to be incredibly toxic, and they encourage really unhealthy behavior and mental states in people. So I'm glad that there's going to be alternative options from ladder play. Yeah, I think there's a lot here for people to be excited about, and I hope they're happy with it. I hope people have fun playing Magic, right? Like, again, something I always say is, regardless of which game you're playing, whether it's Magic the Gathering in paper, whether it's Arena, whether it's Pokemon Unite, whether it's Assassin's Creed, if at any point you are playing a game and that game stops being fun, you should either start playing that game in a different way or play something else. Games are something you should enjoy, even when you're trying to be competitive and want to win. If you're not having fun at the end of the day, it's not worth it, right? If your game ever feels like a job, you should bounce. At least for a little while. All right, that's all I have on this. I'm gonna upload. We rambled for almost a half hour.